I can't stop smiling. I did an audition to get on a show, and I just got the message, I just got the call to say that I'm on it. And so I'm doing Showtime at the Apollo Theatre in Harlem. No pressure. No, it's anywhere Richard Pryor's been on, Oh, anyway, what I thought I'd do is, I don't know. Here's what I really thought. I thought, what if I do it and I do really badly and it goes out to millions of people and it's the end of me? Or what if I do it and it goes okay and then I get cut out in the edit and no one ever knows? In fact, that's the real reason that I'm doing this right now, because I thought, let's just film me chatting to myself, preparing to go on this show. Who knows? I've got something to post, even if I don't make the edit. Yeah, that's it. I want proof of a credit. That's what my life has come to. What if there's nothing else in my life? I don't know. Let's see what happens. So I'm on the way to QED, which is kind of my local comedy club. It's the only room in New York I can walk to from my house. I've got 2 shows there tonight. I'm going to run the set for the first 2 times ahead of the show.
But Brexit has affected my life, it really has, because I still earn all of my money in Britain in pounds, but now all of my debts are here in dollars. That's not an exchange rate you want, right? Which is why I need you guys to vote Trump as the next president, because, I'm hoping he now destroys the dollar and I get my money back. This man might get me an extra 30 cents to the pound, right? Trump's a good man to me right now, right? This isn't about Mexicans for me, this is about making rent. I don't care if he's racist. Racism's been around for hundreds of years. I've been poor since June.
Donald J. Trump will become the 45th president of the United States, defeating Hilary Clinton in a campaign unlike anything we've seen in our lifetime.
I was sat there prior to the election hoping that you would vote Trump as president of the United States, because I'm praying that he ruins the dollar so I can get my money back. I think he might get me about an extra 30 cents to the pound when all said and done, the election was never about Mexicans to me, it was about making rent. I don't care if it's racist either, because racism has been around for centuries, but I've been poor since June. One lady clapping, that's what I dream of.
A joke about Trump. I wrote it just a few weeks ago, and it went way better before the election, and then it's been going since the election. Don't know whether to do it or not. The Fox people have put me up in some sort of suite with an office. I don't know, living in Queens, I know, only 2 miles away from the Apollo, but maybe they just thought he could do with not having his roommates around. He could do with having more time with his own thoughts to think about the jokes that he's going to do. Oh. So I just got back from a pretty exciting day. I just did the sound check. It's the first time I've seen the Apollo Theatre from the stage side, and it's all dressed up, ready for the show. And so it was pretty nerve-wracking, pretty exciting at the same time. I mean, I've been in a TV studio before because I've been part of the audience for recordings in the past, and I was lucky enough to have a comedy show of mine made into a pilot for the BBC a couple of years ago, and so I've been around there, but I've never been the talent, as they call us, a little lanyard with talent around it. It took me quite a few years for someone to label me with that, but it was a pretty good day. It's I don't know. Here's the thing. 4 weeks ago, I didn't even know the show existed for this special. I mean, I know Showtime at the Apollo existed, but I didn't know this special was being made. And here I am. It's 48 hours, more or less, until I walk out where Richard Pryor and numerous other amazing comedians, as well as, like Michael Jackson. Jesus Christ. So I got an email last night saying there are some things missing from my background check forms I were doing. I blame reality TV stars, they were getting on TV and then the world was finding out via the tabloid newspapers that they, had sex with someone on tape or robbed a bank. Now the TV companies just want to be sure. I totally understand it, but because I'm from Britain and because I used to live in Spain too, they need to do background checks all over there. And while everyone else is worrying about what they're going to do on stage, I'm worrying about whether I'm even going to get on stage. It's kind of frustrating. Everyone on the crew and everything are really cool, and they're all working to iron out and get all this stuff sorted, but stressed.
Just woke up and all I'm thinking about is, what if I mess up my opening line? You imagine working on an act for so many years and then working on a set for so many weeks, days and hours and fluffing your first line, getting booed off. I'm laughing because it's just hideous, the thought of it. But not impossible. I get picked up to go to the theatre in about 10 hours, and this is pretty much all I'm going to obsess about today, obviously.
I'm in holding underneath the Apollo, the first half of the show still taping. I'm surrounded by other acts rehearsing, mainly singers. And here's me running over joke after joke after joke, again and again and again and again and again. I've got the set down. Trump didn't make it in. I've got a handle on things at the moment, quite surprising. I'm sure once we get into hot holding, as they call it, as in we're ready to go on stage, I'm sure I'll start panicking then. Oh man, it just got real.
Our next performer is a comic from the UK who moved to Queens 18 months ago with a dream to become a famous stand-up here in the US. Here is Will Mars.
So, it's been 5 months since I was European. I'm just British now, that's what I am. But it's been the best year to be a British guy in America, because Brexit happens, I don't live there. Trump happens, I'm not from here. Growing up, my parents, they had 3 jobs. They were all my mother's. My father was a decent guy. He was decent enough to leave us. That's what happened. No, Eddie Murphy was like a father to me. I didn't know him either. No, seriously, he left. My mother raised us single-handedly. She had to. She was a heavy smoker. Lately, the only thing I've achieved is I've managed to become invisible to women. That's my latest achievement, right? Like, I mean, I've never been the best-looking man in the world. It's just nowadays I'm not even the best-looking me anymore, right? This is the worst version of me so far, right? Like, I put weight on easier than I used to, and I hate that. But I think we should just rebrand fat. I think we should just call it energy. Because that's all it is. This is just 2 inches of energy that I haven't used yet. That's all that is. Yeah. If I was a solar panel, I could sell that, right? But I'm not, so I'm stuck with it, and we're told it's ugly, you know. I don't like my hair, because there's pieces missing. It's like a thrift store jigsaw, this. No one's buying that anymore. I'll be honest, though, I'll be honest. My biggest fear isn't going bald. My biggest fear is one day being brave enough to shave this off, and then finding out I've got a fantastic bald head underneath. Because that's the day I realise I've been covering up a solid oak floor with a threadbare carpet. If there's a Vin Diesel under this, I'm going to be devastated. See, anything worse than being a bald man forever is finding out you could have been a successful one a bit sooner. I mean, I don't know, I could have been a Steve Harvey, I don't know. Enjoy the rest of your night, guys. I've been Will Mars, thank you.
Can I tell you how hard that is to do? To come out here. That dude right there was funny, man. He had a great angle. Man, that was pretty good, man. Kind of looked at Eddie Murphy as a father figure. I didn't know him either. Eddie Murphy, my daddy. I don't know him. That's funny, man. Damn, that's funny.
So the show went out last night, and I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, the edit was quite kind to me. I mean, I looked tired and I was nervous, but then I was tired and I was nervous. It was a long day, and that's real. So, you know, I'm happy. They they cut the odd line out, but they were good to me, and. You know, I knew I had a good gig on the night. I'm just glad that it came across that way on the show. Here's the weird thing though. I've been out running errands for like an hour this morning, and I didn't expect this, but I'm recognised twice already. Like, it just, I don't know. I know a lot of people watching, but America's a big place. I didn't necessarily expect this, but I was getting off the subway, and the guy just called me and goes, "Hey, you were on the Apollo last night. You did a good job, man. Well done." And then a little bit later, like literally just moments ago, I came out of the building, and there was a woman at a red light in the car, and she just leaned out the window. She goes, "Hey, I saw you. You were on the Apollo last night. You did great. You did real great." And I gotta be honest, it feels like I've made it, and I know I haven't, but I could cry, man. It's like when you've tried so hard for so long to do something, it's overwhelming. It's a moment and it's fleeting, but everything seems worthwhile just for a little while.